The last time we were here, we didn't do much, but we sent the Kerbal 2, and I think we left a bit of it on the moon. And with that done, I think it's time to finish the whole Tech 3, the whole, Tech 3 thing. So yeah, let's finish the game. So... Well, that's from a mod. We're not gonna use that right now. Yeah, so... Where do we have it? Where is the key to this entire... Where is the solution to all my problems? There it is. Now, if you do not know the absolute magic of this thing, you'll figure it out soon enough. If you do know how magical this specific item is, you probably know exactly what I'm gonna do. I made so many of these things, and they're all the exact same design you're about to see. Ground research station. There we are. So... You do kinda... like, I am gonna low-tech this for the reason that, well, it's just easier. We're gonna need, like... Let's see, we are, as you can see, yeah, slightly off. Doing that will make us a bit off. And that, yeah, okay, now we're fully flat. So, here's the thing. We're gonna be sending this bad boy to Minmus. Why Minmus? Well, the gravity is lower. So, the landing will be less of a miserable adventure in exploding and more of an actually maybe slightly more enjoyable adventure in not exploding. I'm gonna use that, because why not? Then, because we're gonna be on the ground, we can just lob down some of these bad boys around the place. You know, your by the way, you do only... Here's my suggestion. Whoops. Only place, the kind of stuff. Basically, you should make sure you only really place the stuff that you don't need to reach in places that you can't reach it. The reason why I'm placing these specific sign spots around basically randomly is because I don't need to actually reach them to repair them, and because, you know, I would need to change up stuff in the mystery goo units. I'm gonna place them down here where they could be easily reachable by somebody who would need to repair them. Now, we are lacking quite a few things that would improve our situation, I guess, but that's alright. So what I will do, however, before we go, is I will need to do a complete test of the lower stage, because every single time I end up like forgetting something. So yeah, the idea would be you do something like this, and yeah, there would have been a problem where they couldn't exit out because those guys would be too close to them, I guess. I mean, that's what I'm assuming would happen. So let's move them away a bit, and they should be fine now. Now, do we have any proper ladders? I mean, it is Minmus, but again, I do like giving them some ladders. Cargo-wise, we can carry some stuff on us. Okay, so what I'll do... no, I need to do... I don't like the symmetry. So, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna add this, and then, yeah, let's just put an entire research thing. Okay, now here's the idea. Let's just take those away. And yeah, we'll just place that guy on the top. And then, well, actually, no, we have, this attachment point due to the way this is being built. So yeah, then you can just rotate this around, move it like that, and, problem solved. Okay. So now in here, we will need, so we need a control system, some solar panels. Let's take, how much should this be? So this guy can provide, let's pack 2 of them, a seismometer and a Goob ED monitor and a communitron. Then I guess some of these guys, they could be useful, and also the EVA kits, because they can definitely be useful. And then we don't have to be to visit all your favorite spots in Minmus. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, we can only fit 1. Oh well. So yeah, that's it. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna launch it yet. It's missing most of the components that would make us survive the trip. So fun fact: this one time in, I think it was 0.21. With these yellow ladders, I went onto them and I summoned the Kraken. From that moment onwards, I have never used the ladders again. Even though there's basically 0 chance that I would get attacked by a Kraken, I'm still terrified of using them. How do we do this? I wanna sorta... You see, here's the thing. I sorta wanna, Oh, I need to remove those guys over there as well. Okay. I wanna keep... Hold on. What if I... Okay. What if I... Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. No, this goes much lower. This as well. That just barely misses that one, and that just barely misses that one. Okay. So... that's cool. But, you know, we need to make this thing actually sit, and we need to make this thing actually communicate. To make it communicate, we're gonna have to antenna it. That will connect that little phone home. No, actually, let's just put one on the top. Then we need to plop down a bunch of these 1x6s. But that's not all. You may have noticed that I intend to land this thing on a planet that has no atmosphere. While normally on a planet with atmosphere, like good old Kerbal, you can just land it with no issues, you know, at all. Without an atmosphere, we need engines. I mean, we don't, but if we intend for our Kerbals to live, we do. Which, funnily enough, is what I'm doing now, because my crew dying doesn't really... I think that, doesn't make them very happy. Because they're dead. And dead people can't be happy. However, they also don't really complain, which may have something to do with the fact they're dead, but, I don't know. The jury is still out on that one. Now, oh. Okay, no, use mirrored mode, but maybe not in that way. Okay. What if I... Okay, so plump down one of you. And, good, okay. Then... I will want 2 of these guys on the sides. Keep in mind, we don't need much Delta V, because we're going to be pushed all the way to there. And we're only going to be using this for the final, I guess, landing. However, also, we're not going to have, any, like, shielding, I guess. Oh, I forgot something important. Hold on. Solar panels. Now, we're not gonna have any form of, like, protection from things like, you know, the atmosphere. Which may, you know, be problematic. Also, when this extends, it is, the same. Okay. So, action group 0, toggle view. Okay. Now, this may seem a bit excessive, but trust me, it's not. We not only... Basically, we're gonna put a bunch of batteries, and we not only have to make sure that we are generating enough power for our actual, you know, stuff to run properly. We need to make sure that we're generating enough power so that once we, you know, stop generating power, you know, when the night falls, that we are actually, you know, generating enough power for, us to actually, you know, because if you do this, not this, but, if you don't do what I do, you're gonna end up in a situation where your lab will start, running out of power at night. And you running out of power during the nighttime is not a very good idea, because there's no power. And when there's no power, what's gonna power the toaster? And the experiments, but more importantly, the toaster. So yeah. Cue me doing this a trillion times due to the mysterious way in which symmetry works in this game. With works being in pretty big quotation marks. Now this will increase the drag problem. So... Ooh. Yeah, that's enough solar panels for now. Hopefully we don't need more. We're gonna actually do a test later on, but for now, we're half done. Now we need to build a battery pack. The battery pack, fun fact, will be what's gonna make sure we do not run out of power. As you see, it is big. What we're gonna want is we're gonna essentially... Oh my goodness, come here. We're gonna want 2 of them that we can just kinda... Yeah. Okay. And, well, what I can also do is take one of these landing legs, rotate him a little so he's fine. I wanna, like, attach the landing leg to the battery. This sounds like a horrible idea, and in real life it would, but this is not real life, this is a video game. So it'll work out just fine. So when this retracts, it's fine. Now, will this actually work? That is the question. So what I'm gonna do, final prep, I guess. I'm gonna set up the, ooh, whoops. Okay. I'm gonna set up the struts, because we're gonna need to strut this. We have 2,000 meters per second velocity, that's actually pretty good. So I need to see if this sits fine, and if all of our Kerbals, which we're gonna need to hire some more Kerbals. The lowest courage and the highest stupidity, which you sadly can't see anymore, would be preferable. But right now, anything goes. And funnily enough, 15 minutes have passed, and I'm only stuck on making the big lander. And, while he's sitting fine, Jeb can exit out. That's our dude. You could... Okay, so both of these guys can exit out because both the sides are the same. That's fine. I have noticed a problem. So basically, these guys are gonna want, increased, I guess, spring strength? Yeah. So those guys are gonna wanna actually have it improved, like... So let's see right now. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm just gonna add auto strut to the root part to a few of these bits so that they actually do not all fall apart the moment we start. Then I will add a very cheeky that, for stability's sake. Now let's actually launch this unaerodynamic thing into space, and hopefully it may hit Minmus at low enough speed to not explode. So yeah. What are we gonna need? We're gonna need, yes, one of those boys. And I just realized all we have to work with is this, so it's gonna be fun. Transfer stage wise, I think I am gonna need to just make the cluster of fuck. Okay, so the cluster of fuck will be this. This is already a terrible idea. Here's the thing, when I build my stuff, it starts out alright, and then it slowly devolves into me seeing how many... Basically, instead of downscaling to see if, instead of downscaling and seeing if there's a more efficient method, I go with the brute force method of select boosters until it works. Now, this works really well when it works. When it doesn't work, we have a few cases of death. Regardless, we have almost a TWR of 1 and a transfer stage good enough to get to Minmus and back. We only need to get to Minmus, so that's over-engineered. But I really do not care that it's over-engineered, because all we really need is to fucking get there. Regardless. So that should help keep, the thing stable. And afterwards, we're gonna need to do something else important, which is, we have this big thing, but there's no proper rocket under it. There's nothing to push it to orbit. And I'm glad you were curious, because I was curious as well, and what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna do the same thing again. Yeah, and these guys are the most efficient ones. So we're gonna have a swivel surrounded by a horde. Wait, whoops. Nope. By a horde of Reliance. Like, the thing is, we don't really need a lot of... Actually, I'm gonna keep... Let's see, actually. So... oh yeah, I'm gonna need to add, like, as I did before, I'm gonna want to add a little spacer so that these guys can have proper little nose cones. So, let's see. Right now it's 0.78 and not enough thrust. Yeah, so right now this would be sitting on the launch pad for a while. And that's because it's a bunch of swivels. Now, I will upgrade this. Now it has enough power to lift its own weight on full fuel. Now it has enough power to lift its weight on full fuel, and, okay, and, now it has enough power to lift itself on full fuel. I said the same thing multiple times, because, yeah. You can see a part count is ballooning, but that's fine. My CPU has really good single-core performance, so that should be fine. Now, you may be looking at the Delta V and wondering you're not going to make it. Which is where you would be correct if this was anyone else. I have my ways, okay? You will see one of my ways right now. Basically, there's a little-known method of just getting essentially 3 Delta V in a sandbox, or like, it's 3 Delta V if your CPU can handle it. The idea is, if you have a heavy rocket, just add solid rocket boosters, okay? But you may be wondering, but these solid rocket boosters are not really improving the Delta V that much. Which is true, but you see, here's a question. Why aren't they improving it? Is it A, because the rocket's just inefficient? Or is it B, because the horrifying amount of, like, boosters we have is not enough? The answer is B, we need more. So, yeah. Now what you do is, yeah. So what I'm gonna wanna do is just kinda hook these guys together. And, yeah. This is gonna be a disaster, especially with the way I built this. Yeah, it should all be held together with a lot of tape, but enough tape. This is a monster. Yeah. Let's go. This is by far one of the stupidest rockets they've ever made. And all because I'm lazy, mind you. Okay. A highly untested rocket is, okay. Now, gears up. See, these wings are actually a bad idea. This is gonna make aerodynamics a bit top-heavy. Especially in the lower parts of the atmosphere. The lower parts of the atmosphere are specifically why I need the solid rocket boosters. They're gonna help push me through the thickest parts, and then I can just throw them away. Basically, you can't top them off either. That's the only way to play around. Yeah, the rules actually, it's a solid fuel. Basically, just a pilot to keep them something like that. Guys, try to pull this up, and we are turning. That's bad. Throttle, 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 throttle. Not the direction we're supposed to be turning, mind you. I was turning. And we're about to run out of solid fuel. Detach! Oh my goodness. Okay. Stable. stable. Okay, gravity turn, gravity turn. This thing is, it handles like a cow. If a cow had a rocket engine, it would handle basically identical to this. Okay. So yeah, let's fly to space with our big cow. That could have gone better. That's all of our boosters and stuff cooling down. I can't wait for it to crash into a city and kill everyone there. It's my favorite part of this game. Mass accidental murder. I mean, it's just criminal negligence, man. It's not real murder. Side note. Even though it's criminal negligence, you still killed someone. So, it's still bad. Fun fact, during the collapse of a South Korean mall that was basically collapsed because the guy who built it specifically just tried to skirt around guidelines, so he would end up having to pay less. Because of that, like, only 500 people and something died and many more were injured. Essentially, the guy went to jail, and his sentence for killing essentially an entire village worth of people was what would roughly be a bit under 2 weeks per dead person. Now, last time we checked, murder does not carry a 14-day prison sentence. So, why is that, South Korean court system? Offline Cow is doing a bit better with space. Got some more confidence. Come on. Okay. So, let's just spin around again to the ample axis. But actually, where's Minmus? Over here. If I go to the descending node and do a bit of fun. Okay. And if I go to the other side, yeah, that's not gonna be very fun, is it? Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. You could get an encounter. Yes, baby. So, we will, need to start a burn in a few seconds. Only 900 meters per second too, which is really good. Now, what can actually help your precision is lowering the gimbal limit on these guys. Because that's, then you can, especially if you're using like big engines, you want to do that, because then it will change your angle less. But 4 times angle then really helps. Okay. Slowly. Slowly. There we go. What? What? Okay. So, if we head, like, over here, and then move over to Minmus. Actually, first, we need to get an encounter. So, yeah, just... Oh, I can just... Hold on, first one. I can't believe I kicked them into mass thrust, completely forgetting how much thrust this thing had, and then wondering why I overshot it. Hold on. Come on. Okay. Now, we can actually start planning. So, due to the way this thing turns... What direction is that again? Okay. Sorry, I sometimes need a refresher because these are basic things I keep forgetting. I wish there was a big arrow that told me when I was in the maneuver node maker. So yeah, we wanna visit him like that, roughly. I mean, not exactly like that. Avoiding collision with the surface would be preferable to slamming into it. However, we will see what happens as we make our way. 4 hours too late, but it still should be decently accurate. Yeah. Probably a bit less efficient, though. Okay. 4, 8. Okay, order 5, making sure it's not order 4 again. Warp to there. Here we are. So, we need to do some basic things, like EVA, EVA report, board. You know, we need to maximize our science. True report. Oh wow, store in the lab. I wonder what that does. You're gonna see in a second. Run magnetometer report. We can't log stuff because we're not on the surface. Log temperature. Okay, slide design flaw. I can't see anything here. Okay, save it. That is just... Yeah, we did just already... Okay. So, conduct material-based study. Not sure why that lags so much. And review. Close. No, actually open them so it's easier for me to tell. Then, once we reach the periapsis, we're gonna want to burn into, you know, a proper little orbit. Like that. Then, okay, so that is where we want to be. But as we're on the dark side, I'll just go into settings, ambient light boost. Okay, so that should help me see in the dark. Conduct material bay. Also that done one time. Observe. Keep in mind, we don't get stuff like flying low or flying high. So yeah, crew report. While name Minmus. So we just get low in space and high above space. Just above. So yeah. Log temperature. Run magnetometer stuff. Log pressure data. Yeah. Oh yeah, the lab's full of data. Please retract the boom so I don't damage it. Okay, so the lab's actually full of data, which is good. So now what we need to do is, well, we need to get to roughly the periapsis, then point retrograde, and we need to burn. I will want to keep doing this a couple of times. The general idea is that we want to make it so we will be flying above the start of this area. Yeah. Then we want to rotate around and then just kill our orbital speed. We want to land on here because it's, you know, big and flat. Regardless, we want to also Speed time up a little until we're here so we can properly burn. So we just want to, like, burn off all of our speed. Yeah, I just want to, honestly, yeah, all the fuel's now burned. Goodbye. Now the idea is to point radial up. Actually, no. The idea will be to, stop my sideways movement as my big can, flies off in a particular direction. Okay, as we descend onto the surface. I think that lag was the crashing of the other bit. And, we're almost landed. Two things. One, pause and, lower that. Okay. Now that looks more like Kerbal Space Program and not as Light Show Program. Come on. The Eagle has landed. Okay, so turns out this is stable enough. Good to know. Now, immediately, there's a few things we have to do, before I go. And, I will leave it up to a time-lapse then, I guess. Or maybe I'll just show you the before and after. I'll see. Essentially, all I'll be doing is I'll select Start Research. Then, as you can see here, this will spin. We have more than enough electric charge, and this will turn the data into science. All I'm going to be doing is, continue, and then I'll just transmit it, and immediate 500 science. So all I'll do now is I'll get an engineer Kerbal to place down the stuff we have in here. What? Okay, so hold on. First of all, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so, as it would turn out, our antenna is actually uploading data as we plop our control things down. So yeah, so space to place our beautiful little part. It is a lot more difficult to do this while just bouncing around like an idiot. That's why the jetpack would have been, like, quite useful. You know, too bad it's, Wait, actually, this reach is pretty far. Okay. Now, something I noticed is we have 4 modules here, so actually we would only need, like, 1, solar panel. But, yeah. So this will only generate power while we have solar power. However, that's good enough, and I'll place it there. And right now, as you can see, we have full power needed and full power available, which is good. Now, I will take one of these kits and, perform EVA science. We pull out the little golf club and let's see how far it goes. Let's see how fast Singing can swing on Minmus. There we go. Now, I'll do a few more things. Thing 1, get his stuff back. Get this back. Get also you back. Now that we have our stuff, we can go and plant our beautiful flag here. So R&D, Minmus research site, and honest question, could you tell me a better place for a picture? If only the sign there wasn't backwards. But yeah. Come on. There we go. So I'll just get old. Ooh! Oh my god, that was bad. Okay. Yeah. Be careful, cause that can happen. We just knocked out 2 solar panels and one of our science bits. Wait, yeah. Wait, which? Oh, I didn't even need to fly there. My module was down there. Yeah. So, with that, I will continue to gain science, and I'll talk to you when I've exhausted this base's supply of science. Okay, so as much as I love when this game works, this game doesn't love working, so it just kind of crashed. So yeah, look, I've unlocked this. I'm gonna go back to running in circles with my machine. Everything's kind of pitch black because it's midnight. However, we have 8,000 signs, nearly 9,000. And as a new day rises in Kerbal, many years later, we can finally research what we truly always wanted to. Most things. I have no doubts that we're going to run out of science when we're researching some of these guys, but for now, we should be alright. Afterwards, not too sure what I'll do after we finish the actual tech tree. But we have this cost like aerospace tech costs 1,000 science alone. I'm not gonna have enough. Regardless, after we're done with the tech tree, which obviously isn't now, I'm honestly not too sure on what I will do. Yeah, as you can see, we need plenty more science. I think I'll launch several probes that'll conduct science experiments and then beam it back to Minmus. We'll see. And I'll see you